Hi, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick one really. You may remember earlier in the year, or at the start of the year, when I was cleaning over my raised beds in my back garden at home, I dug up some elephant garlic, and around the base of some of the elephant garlic bulbs were some like little corms in a little brown shell. Now I've tried propagating these before unsuccessfully, but something I read this year, it says if you just crack the top of the shell slightly and soak them for 24 hours, it gives them a kick start. So I went a little bit further than that. I did that, then I left them. There's a tiny little bit of water still in the tray, not a lot, they're not flooded, and I slowly, as they've sort of swelled a little bit, managed to peel the shells off them. And right now, I don't know if I can zoom in, but not the best lighting, they've actually started, some of them, these are tiny, they're maybe 6 to 8 mil diameter, sort of quarter, 7/16 in inches for anyone who's in imperial. And they've started throwing some tiny little roots out and started throwing a central growing tip out. So tomorrow I'm probably going to put these in some individual little pots and put them in the greenhouse. What I have just done, I'll show you in a minute. I've got some like compressed, I think the cocoa fibre, you know, like there's a brand Jiffy, is it, but Jiffy pellet type thing. I don't know if they're Jiffy or not, but once they expand, they're quite a big. I got them mainly for starting tomato seeds off in, but I've got some expanded. I'll probably cut them in half and just start these off in the greenhouse. So they'll get a bit of shelter. I've probably done this at completely the wrong time of year, but some of these were from earlier that year, and some of these were probably from a couple of years ago. I had a jar with some in, and one or two had just dried up completely, but all the rest have stayed alive. They even smell garlicky. They are like micro garlic bulbs in essence, but this is another way of the garlic can propagate itself through these like root corms, I think they're called, rather than through seeds. So it'd be interesting to see. There'll probably be a couple of years. They'll have to swell up into a small bulb first and replant the following year to become a giant elephant garlic. But I'm quite pleased with the way they've actually sort of germinated, for want of a better description, and they've come alive. So I'll give you a shot of the growing the cocoa fibre pellets in a second. Right, these are the cocoa fibre pellets. They probably started off about the same thickness of as my thumb there, and I just stood a few in an old margarine carton, and they've swollen up into these beauties. So they are quite a large pellet. So I've got 5 there and 3 in another tub. I'll cut them all in half probably, so that'll give me 8, 16. So won't be far off then with them little pellets, them little bulbs. So probably bring you back tomorrow when I'm in the greenhouse. I was just getting these bits ready, and we'll pop them up tomorrow and leave them in the greenhouse. These are the other 3 still expanding. I didn't put them all in the water at the same time, so they just slowly soak up moisture and expand to the full height. So they'll all be ready to go by tomorrow. These are those elephant garlic little bulbules that I transplanted. I never made it out to the greenhouse. It's been freezing here the last 2 or 3 days, and I didn't want to shock them by putting them out. I might end up, I think they could end up just getting dead leggy and going to waste, so I might have to try burying them in the garden and put some fleece over them, something like that. I think it'd be too cold just leaving them in these little pots, but I planted these ones up. These are all sprouted. There's still a few more that I'm just waiting for them, probably another 8 or 10. I'm waiting for them to throw the little shoots out the top, but those are those peat pots as well that I cut in half, the little pellets, grow pellets. So yeah, they're doing great. So I'll bring you along on the progress of them as they go.